everybody. Today I am going to be talking to you about the books that I am going to be reading while in self-isolation. I wanted to do this for a few reasons. One, I want to make more videos during this time of self-isolation. I know that it can be very stressful, and one thing that I'm finding very calming is just watching a bunch of random, chill YouTube videos. So I'm going to be working hard to make more videos during this time to just, I don't know, give people some respite. But secondly, I wanted to do this because I really want to encourage everyone to stay home. It is so important. I will link to some videos down below that really can beautifully explain to you with animations and graphics why it is so important to stay home as much as you possibly can. But I want to do my little part here and encourage everyone to stay home. COVID-19, it's not a joke. It is very serious, and it is not a need to panic. We shouldn't panic. We should all remain calm, but we should take it seriously too. Most of us, if we get the disease, will probably be fine, but a lot of us will not be. There are obviously certain groups that are affected more and are more likely to die from the disease, like the elderly or people who are immunocompromised. Guess who's immunocompromised? This one. I have had pneumonia 4 times in my life, and I also have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which I think is the reason that I've had pneumonia so many times. And so COVID-19 being a respiratory disease is pretty terrifying. I really don't want to get it, because if I get it, it might get super serious. And so by staying home, we can all help each other out. I'm over here sitting on my dresser because my boyfriend is staying home from work today. Say hi, Connor.
Hello.
He's working from home to make sure that he doesn't get the disease out there and bring it back home to me or to my dad or my mom who live with us. I guess we live with them, technically. That made me sound like I own this house. I do not. So if you can, stay home as much as possible. I know that some jobs you can't, or they're not letting you, or you have difficult circumstances, but don't go to bars. Don't go to wherever you might want to go. You think I don't want to go out to a bookshop right now? I'm going to walk you through a lot of the books that I would like to tackle during this time. Now, like I mentioned, I'm trying to make more videos than usual, so I'm actually finding this a very busy time. But there's a lot of time to chill out and read. So, let's go. Thank God for books in a time like this. The first 2 I want to talk about are the last 2 books that I've purchased, and they are both by Jenny Offill. Is it Offill or is it Awful? I've been pronouncing it Awful, but that's kind of a sad way to pronounce her name if it's not pronounced Awful. Weather is her new book that just came out, and Department of Speculation, I think, is her last book. This came out in 2015, and I've heard incredible things about both of these. They are both written in a very particular style. They have these, they're like a lot of little mini paragraphs, very vignette, like very fragmented type writing, where it's just a bunch of different little moments and scenes. So I hope that I like that style because I have 2 of her books to read. These just sound like, if they work, they will be right up my alley. Like, these could become new favorite books because they feel weird and literary in a way that I tend to enjoy. Like My Year of Rest and Relaxation or All We Shall Know by Donal Ryan. But also, this one is about the environment, which I'm super keen to read about. This one is also about a librarian, or someone who works as a librarian, but doesn't have the traditional degrees is the first line. Like, she slid in without having the proper training. So these 2 I think will be good. Also very short and, yeah, very strange. The next 2 books are books that come out soon. Oh, wow, that one comes out really soon. And I would love to read them before they come out, because otherwise, why do I have arcs? The first one is Constellations by Sinead Gleeson, and the other one is Death in Her Hands by Ottessa moshfegh. So this one, I read, this author, I just mentioned My Year of Rest and Relaxation. Read it last year, adored it, loved it so much, can't stop thinking about it. And actually, if you're looking for a book about self-isolation, that is one to read, My Year of Rest and Relaxation. It isn't about like a pandemic and needing to stay away to protect everyone. It's about a woman who decides to self-isolate and try and sleep for a year. So it's very different, but it has kind of that, maybe that theme. But this is about an old woman who moves into a new place, like a new community, and she's walking her dog and she finds a dead body, and on it says, there's like a note, and the note says, her name was Magda, nobody will ever know who killed her, it wasn't me, here is her dead body. So that's where the story kind of jumps off from. This book, Constellations, is nonfiction, and it is about chronic pain. Now, I've heard that it's also about being a mother, I think, and yeah, falling in love, becoming a mother. But the reason that I requested this one, and the reason why it was recommended to me, was because it deals with chronic pain, which I have. Constantly in pain. My knees hurt right now. It says, from Nick Cave to Taylor Swift, Botticelli to Frida Kahlo, Louisa May Alcott to Lucy Greeley, Constellations is an investigation into the different ways of seeing. This sounds like it's going to be really powerful and really great. I want to read more about chronic pain because, I don't know, it's something that really affects my life and I really haven't read much about it at all. So I think that reading about it could be really powerful. I think it could also be really stressful. I read a book that was called Sick Kids in Love, and it was like, you know, a YA rom-com read, but the two main characters happen to have chronic illness, and they have, the main character has chronic pain because she has rheumatoid arthritis, and it hit so close to home that I actually found it really stressful to read. Even though I was enjoying reading about myself, I was also finding it really intense. So I suspect that might happen with this, but I'm really excited about it, and it was recommended to me by my friend Eric, who makes great videos and makes great book content, so I will link him down below if you're looking for more videos to watch while you're staying at home. And then the last two books I want to mention is kind of an ambitious TBR pile, because I don't know how long we're all going to be self-isolated for, but also because I'm terrible at sticking to TBR piles, and I'm also, like, doing another reading project right now, which there will be a video soon, about graphic novels. So, we'll see. I'm gonna try. I'm really gonna try my best. But this one is The Memory Police by Yoko Ogawa. So I'm so excited about this book. This book I will definitely be reading very soon because it's the book club book for my podcast. Again, if you need even more content for this time of self-isolation, listen to my podcast. It is like one of the greatest projects I've ever been a part of. So this is about an island where people keep forgetting things. It starts with little things like ribbon and perfume, like these little ideas and concepts that some key people remember, but the majority of people have forgotten, and it's like the government is controlling people's memories. It's inspired by 1984, and you know me, George Orwell is my favorite author, so I was already very excited, but it's supposed to be very weird and quirky, and I just think it's going to be great. And I read the first chapter already, and I meant to just read the first 2 pages. I was like, oh, I want to see like what this is about. I'll read the first 2 pages. And I couldn't stop. Like, I had to at least get to finish the first chapter because it was so enthralling and exciting. So this one I think could be a new favorite. And I actually, one of the reasons that I've put this book in this video is because I made a video a couple months ago that was predicting 5-star reads. And so far, every book that I've read from that video, I have given 5 stars to. So this is the next one to tackle from that list. And fingers crossed, I also give that 5 stars. And the final book I want to show you is another project that I've mentioned on this channel, and it is to read big books. We are halfway through March, and I haven't started a big book yet. Because the fear is real, but I need to do it, and this is the moment. So I have chosen to start with Frida, a biography of Frida Kahlo by Hayden Herrera. Massive boy. Big tome. But if this isn't the time, then I don't know when is the time. Again, I love Frida Kahlo. This is a photo of my Frida Kahlo display. I love her for a lot of reasons. I just think that she's a really interesting historic figure. I love how confident and bold she was with her life. She made incredible art and was an incredible person, even though she had immense chronic pain. She was a bisexual woman in a time when that was not cool. So I just think that she's so cool, and I want to learn more and more about her throughout my life, and this is the place to go about that. Also, during a time of self-isolation and when we're all really scared, I think it's really cool to read about brave people. Do you know what I mean? Like, reading about brave people who are defying all odds and still being brave. I think that that's really cool. So these are upside down. So these are my books. Actually, we've kind of got some color themes going on here. I feel like we've got two Instagrams. Do you know what I mean? Like the red-green Instagrams and the blue Bookstagram photos. I hope that I can get through these books in the next while. I feel so excited about all of these books, and I just take so much love and compassion and empathy from books, and in a time when I feel really scared. I honestly, I don't know if this is the moment to talk about it, but it is a very scary time right now. This is terrifying. I guess I haven't spoken out loud to anyone about how terrified I am. I'm so scared that people are going to die or get really, really sick because some careless people won't stay home. I'm really scared that I'm gonna get super sick. I'm scared that my parents will get super sick. I'm scared that, like, our healthcare system won't be able to take the pressure because none of us want to stay home. I find all of that really terrifying. And so you can see how hard I'm clinging onto these books, just because I love books, and books have always been there to take care of me and to be my friends. So in this time, I hope that books can also be your friends. So many jobs are having a hard time right now, but I know one that is definitely having a hard time is independent bookshops and freelancers and, you know, generally self-employed people. It's hard to work when everyone is shutting down. So if you need to buy a book, definitely try and find an independent bookseller and order online, or use like an app to borrow books from the library. So there's definitely options. Like I mentioned, I'm going to be trying to make a lot more videos for you guys during this time, and I'm very scared that some people are going to be like, YouTubers are trying to take advantage of this, but we all have a thing that we can do right now, and I really feel like a thing that I can do right now to help people is to make entertaining content that takes your mind off of it for a while. So, consider me your friend during this time. Okay, so I am currently editing the video, and I made a decision last night a couple nights ago. Who cares about the timeline? Irrelevant information. I made a decision to do a special offer on my Patreon, and I'm very excited about this. Basically, if you want to support me while I'm trying to make more videos during this difficult time, you can now do that by joining my Patreon, and if you do before April 2nd, I will send you a postcard. And I just thought that this would be so much fun. It's going through Patreon because that will help me be able to afford buying the postcards and buying the stamps, but I will handwrite you a postcard. I have them over here. Yeah, this is facing the right way. I bought these today. These are only 50, so if we have more people join, I'll just get some more, but these are all like funny bookish ones, and they're really cute. I really love them. So, definitely I want to send you those. So yeah, so join the Patreon if you want to, and in the background you can see I just got this new plant. I'm so excited about it. And over there you can see Animal Crossing. I'm so ready. I am so ready. All right, if you want to support my Patreon, I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you guys soon. If you've read any of these books, please let me know. I would love to hear from you if you've read any of them. But also, what kind of books are you trying to read right now? I know some people are trying to read like books that are about pandemics, and I have my eye on Station 11. But also, I know people who are like trying to avoid the topic altogether and are just trying to read like happy books that fill you with joy. And I can understand both angles. So thank you so much for watching this video. Please stay home if you can, at any moment if you can. And yeah, we're gonna get through this together, I promise. All right, I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.